You talk about hunting because
Yeah.
in Brazil people
Yeah.
don't like hunting, of
Yeah, yeah,
course.
yeah.
And what about this is a old tradition in England.
Yes, yeah, but
And
hunting, yeah.
nowadays, what about
There's a
that
lot of
tradition?
conflict because of killing animals and all this. But hunting is like a upper class sort of sport,
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the very upper class. Yeah, so it's
yeah.
not for ordinary people. You have to have horses and you have to have hounds. You have to. It goes with the lifestyle. You have to. It's all for the upper class. Yeah.
Okay, now we to
You mentioned that you want to do some tips for the students.
yeah, tips.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want
I'd
me
like.
to talk? Yes.
Can you give advice for English learners
To go to London.
to go to London to learn English to improve
The English.
their English?
Okay.
Do you have advice?
Yes, I do. Of course, everybody has different opinions. I'm not saying my advice is better than any other person. First of all, I think you have to have like a base knowledge of the language which they will acquire with you. So they have to study hard with you
Yeah.
before they go there. They'll be lost totally.
In
So
the
they have to
language,
learn-
you have to study all the time.
all the time. A language is a live thing. New word appears and some word they don't use anymore. So yeah, but they have to like a basic knowledge of the language. And I think when they go to England, they have to have a good school. But in my opinion, I think it's very important for them to listen to the radio instead of television.
BBC radio.
Of course, best accent on planet. Yeah.
Because you know.
Because on the radio, because if you go to London and you go to school and you watch television, which is very good, but you have to educate your ear for the language. So you just concentrate on radio, at least, depending on how long you're going to stay there, spend there. So if you listen to radio, and then you can get you educate your ears for the language, which I was told when I was studying, but nobody told me, look, concentrate. I think it's much better because if you're watching television or films, you've got ears and you've got the mouth talking. So if you concentrate the ears, so you kind of learn quite a lot. That's my particular advice for the young learner.
And many people tell that if you can listen on phone conversation, you have a good level of English. Because,
what do you mean?
Because you don't see the person speaking.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to see the mouth
Yes.
moving.
Yeah.
So you only listen
It's the same
voice,
yes,
okay?
yes.
It's just like radio,
Yes.
okay?
It's the modern version
if you
of the
can
radio.
understand radio, if you can understand
Yeah.
the phone conversation,
Yes.
your English is good.
Exactly, yeah. I talk about radio because it's kind of people don't listen to radio nowadays.
No.
But the telephone conversation is sort of there is interruption. Whereas radio, you are listening to broadcasts, so you kind of listen for an hour, 2 or 3, whatever you can afford in terms of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I think let's concentrate on radio. I still think that. Yeah, but then again, I'm kind of old generation. I can't advise people.
I know.
It's hard to tell young people, funky, they want to do this and that.
Yeah.
It's hard to advise this. Oh my God,
Yeah, no.
where did Zuma come from? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But from my experience, I think.
And
listen to.
okay, to end the conversation, I
Yes.
love movies and I love books. You
Yeah.
can see.
I can
Can
see.
can you tell me about a good movie that you watched lastly? And a good book that you read?
I love Georgian English. I love Shakespeare English, and
This is the complete Shakespeare.
I do have
work.
this. I like it. I like old Shakespearean plays and things. It's old English. This is very important to learn.
But you read in the old English?
Yes, I can't say to you, for example, pray tell me, pray,
Yeah.
which is please.
I know because it's a little.
for example,
it's a different.
Yeah.
There is a difference between old English and then.
Yes, for example, I can say, for example, to you, let me think. Instead of do you think
I
so?
think you is different. You is I don't remember anymore.
For they say in Shakespeare they say they don't say I don't think so, they say I think not. and it's
yeah.
beautiful. It's really, really nice.
And what about the move? That
I love, for example, I love the film Jane Austen. I love Jane Austen, you know, like Pride and
I like
Prejudice.
a Bride and
And this is
Prejudice.
just not, this is Georgian English, you know. And I like all the Charles Dickens, all the classics, you know. I think it's very important because you learn about London in the past. you know.
The classical lasts forever.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Gina, I'd like to thank you,
Yes.
okay, because
Yes.
you have time to
Oh,
talk
it's-
to